This is the thinnest and most powerful iPad ever released. Apple brought a few new features to the new iPad Pros, like the brand new M4 processor, a very bright OLED screen, a new Apple Pencil Pro, new Magic keyboards, and more. But before we get started, don't forget to like this video if you enjoy my content and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. This is the easiest way to support your Brazilian tech girl here on YouTube. Set App is an incredible cross-platform suite which gives you access to over 200 iOS and macOS applications without any additional cost. You only need to pay for your subscription and choose the apps that you would like to use. Now, a great benefit is that you can start a free trial when you use my affiliate link listed down below in the description. Okay, we have to start this video appreciating how thin this iPad is. It really feels like you're holding a piece of glass, but at the same time, it's very sturdy and solid. The 11-inch iPad Pro, which is this one, is only 5.3 millimeters thick, while the 13-inch is even thinner, measuring only 5.1 millimeters. I know it's not a huge difference from previous models, but it feels like it's much lighter and thinner. A small detail that I really wished Apple changed on this one is the bezels. They're still the same as the previous generation, and they're not bad, but I was hoping for them to be a bit thinner. Moving on, let's talk about the new Ultra Retina XDR display. It utilizes the tandem OLED technology, combining two panels to reach amazing levels of brightness and color. The previous iPad Pro had 600 nits of peak brightness, while this new one has 1000. It's indeed a very bright and beautiful display. I was comparing this iPad to the M2 iPad Air, and the displays are not even close. The Pro is years ahead on brightness, color accuracy, and viewing angles. And now you don't need to buy the bigger iPad to get a better display. Both sizes are equipped with the same Ultra Retina XDR display. You can also order your iPad in the nano glass texture version, but it's only available if you buy the 1 or 2 terabyte versions. Honestly, I do like the glossy screen, but it's nice that they offer this option, especially considering that this is a Pro device. One thing that really changed for the better is the position of the FaceTime camera. Now it's located in the middle of the right side of the tablet, very close to where the Apple Pencil connects. So whenever you're using the iPad in landscape mode to FaceTime, your friends and family won't see you looking to the side of the screen anymore. Talking about the processor, Apple skipped the M3 and went straight to the M4 on the new iPad Pros. It's up to 4 times faster on its rendering performance and 50% faster on CPU performance when comparing to the M2 chip. So if you edit and export your videos, work with 3D models, or game a lot on the iPad, yes, you should feel some difference comparing to the previous iPad. However, for everything else, the user experience is practically the same. It's pretty hard to notice any difference between the new M4 iPad Pro and the previous one. I think until Apple makes iPadOS more flexible, we won't notice speed differences between chip generations as much as we do on MacBooks running macOS. And talking about battery life, the iPad Pro still lasts up to 10 hours on the same charge, according to Apple, and I think this is pretty accurate, but I wish it was a little longer. If you're on the fence between a MacBook and an iPad Pro, keep in mind that the MacBook's battery will last much longer than the tablet. At least that has been my experience with both devices. Alongside the new iPad Pros, Apple also released the new Apple Pencil Pro. The two main new features are the squeeze mode and the barrel roll, which recognizes the direction the tip touches the screen. Initially, I used the squeeze gesture frequently to change tools while writing or drawing. However, lately I've been relying much more on the double tap gesture instead. So if you're planning on buying the new Apple Pencil Pro just for this feature, think twice. While it's nice to have, I don't really think most people will need it. As for the barrel roll feature, I honestly never used it. If you're an artist, it might be essential, but since I mainly use the Apple Pencil for handwritten notes and annotating PDFs, I tried it once and haven't touched it since. Now, on the other hand, one accessory that I'm really enjoying using is the Magic Keyboard. This time, I went with the white model as my previous black one was a fingerprint and dust magnet, and I really love it. Apple finally listened to us and added the function keys. So whether you want to adjust the volume, brightness, skip your music, or just press escape, now you can do all of that. The trackpad also received an upgrade and now features haptic feedback. Combined with its internal materials, it looks much closer to a MacBook than ever before. However, keep in mind that this is not a cheap keyboard. Apple charges $299 for it, and I still find myself not wanting to pick it up most of the time because I have to switch cases. And before you ask about the case, I'm mostly using the ESR case for the iPad Pro, which I paid only $16 for it on Amazon. They're not sponsoring this video, but I've included my affiliate link down below in the description. So in conclusion, this is an amazing tablet with an incredible screen and that is extremely thin and light. Is it worth upgrading from the previous generation though? Absolutely not. In fact, I believe most people will be more than happy with an M1 iPad Air and an M3 MacBook Air for all of their needs. However, if you're a photographer needing to edit photos in broad daylight, work with complex videos, or simply want the fastest and best iPad available, then this one's for you. Once you get used to this screen, it's very hard to go back. And I'm loving my 11-inch iPad Pro, and every time I need a device to watch content, reply to emails, and write scripts on the go, the iPad with the Magic Keyboard is my go-to combo. So if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, so you don't miss any of my new content coming up. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you next time.